We got our names on the guest list. I can't forget your name, always had it on a necklace. She said, new phone, who this? As soon as I texted, then I saw a pretty little face standing right by the exit.
Hi, my name is Tati, and welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This was supposed to be a cozy fall vlog, but throughout the process of me filming this video, I came to the conclusion that I'm not a particularly cozy person, but we ball. I'm currently trying to read Must Love Books by Shauna Robinson, and I want to finish it this week, so I figured I would bring you along and share my thoughts on the book. This book is about Nora Hughes, who is working as an editorial assistant, and she's realizing that it's going nowhere, which kind of sucks because she thought that this job was going to be the starting point for her getting to her dream job in publishing. Her coworkers are leaving, the company is downsizing, and now Nora needs to kind of rethink her goals and aspirations. So now that you're all caught up, let's get into the week. I am currently working on cataloging the materials that were brought into the museum. Before this, for the last 2 weeks, I was cataloging photographs. The objects that I was cataloging there was a shirt and a hat. It looked like historic preservation handbook. So I just finished doing that, so now I'm about to go to lunch. And normally I just sit in my car, but my soda was not in the fridge last night and I need ice. So now I need to go find me a gas station, preferably 7-Eleven, because they got good ice.
I said it's funny that you here, cause I know this really ain't your thing. You said you got that right, and a car will arrive in 15. She said it's 12:35, but she still got work in the morning. I ain't trying to kill the vibe, but you see it in my face, I'm torn. Yeah, but wait, just like magic, they paying us.
Off of work for the day. I'm gonna go to Target and look at some books. Do I really need to be purchasing more books right now? No. The buying of books has become the addiction at this point. I'm enjoying reading them, but I really like buying them.
Body like calypso, going in the back, I'ma leave with my pistol. Yeah, I love it when you get low. I slap my hand on your back on your thighs when you get close. West when she move her hips so west. Already knew you was bad, but I act like I didn't know. I know you and all this lip coat. There's a party in my bed, can I send you the info? Deuces, I see you later, right there. Full of prayer, focus on me, not on them haters, baby. Don't you us make you crazy, baby. We can sober up in my bed, but you won't let me take you there. No, you proceeded to leave, but then just like magic, they playing our song from way back when we fell in love. She put down her jacket and gave me her phone, said I can't stay, but just hold up. Moving through the crowd, almost dropped my drink. Oh, we in LA, that ain't.
I had class this morning. I am taking a chemistry class. I have the lecture and the lab. And after class, I stayed in the building to kind of finish writing out my notes and get a better understanding on what my professor was saying, because I didn't get it. Didn't understand. And then I started looking around. Half the people was asleep. The other half was playing video games on their phone or on their iPad. I don't know what's going on. It was first week was easy, second week was easy, third week was questionable, fourth week we had a test. Here it is 2 weeks later. She's flipping through this PowerPoint. Mind you, she didn't finish the lesson from last week, yet homework on last week's was due Saturday night. I need to read my lab manual for my lab that I have at 1 o'clock, so an hour from now. If I got a little extra time, I might crack this thing open. I'm really trying to get through it. I'm really trying, y'all. Okay, I'm about to turn my car on, blast that AC, take this jacket off, because it's cold in the building. Hot out here. Hot out here. Hello. This right here is what's aggravating me. There is a disconnect between my lecture and my lab that my brain is not gelling with. And I fear that this is my old person brain coming out. I got my bachelor's degree 4 years ago. I've been out of school for 4 years. So now I'm back. I'm back, guys. And it might be just the math of it all, because math has never been my strongest subject. I'm a little worried. I'm not failing by any means. I currently have an A in both classes, but that doesn't mean I'm not stressed out internally, because I am. I just wanted a quick chat about my book. I've been bored with this book. And I'm starting to realize that I don't think it's boredom that I'm experiencing. It's definitely confusion. Every page that I read, I keep forgetting what the point of it is. I can't tell where we're going. Every time I read a page, I literally close the book and look back at the back of it and try to remember why I got this book. And I remember it's because I could relate to the synopsis of who Nora is. Basically, she had an idea of what she wanted to do, what she wanted to do for work, what her dream job was. Then she got into a position that maybe could have led her to whatever that dream job is. But after 5 years of being there and no growth in sight, she's questioning whether dream jobs are even a thing. She's questioning what her next steps in life should be. Should she just sit here and stay at this one job, or should she go to the other company where at least there seems like there could be some movement? But I think it's also there's also romantic undertones, or maybe they're overtones. I don't know. But the more I read, the more I'm like what am I reading? What is this? Because so far I'm at chapter 12. Not very far into the book, but she just started, I would say, playing the field. So I guess we're starting to get into the meat and potatoes of it. But just every time I read another page, I was like, why am I reading this? I'm about to go into class now. I read my lab manual. It did confuse me because it started talking about a spectrophotometer. We've never mentioned one of those. I feel with this class, chemistry in general, I keep feeling like I'm missing something. I have class lecture on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The lab is just on Tuesdays. Yet every week I come back to class, I'm like, did I miss something? Was I not? We skipped a lot. There's no building upon concepts here. It's just 1 week we're doing this and the next week we're doing this. I don't know how we got from point A to point B. There's something in the middle because you're asking me to do something with point B now, and we never talked about it. So I'm about to go into this chemistry lab, and he's going to give me a quiz about what we're doing in this lab, and I'm going to regurgitate what I saw on that page, but just know that doesn't mean I know what I'm talking about. Thank God I don't want to be a chemist. This was supposed to be a cozy fall vlog, but ain't nothing cozy about everybody stressing me out. First the lecture, didn't know what was going on. Then I get to my lab. Disclaimer, I'm about to rant for a second. Then I get to my lab and none. I'm reading about myself. I am Nora. Nora is me. The same reason that she's been sitting in this same job for 5 years, not moving, is what I would believe, for me, is what I feel is the same reason why I keep jumping from job to job, but it's still the same job. Because I was dream job, oh, I want to be an actor, oh, I want to be this, and now I know I want to be an art conservator. I know that. But for the last, oh my God, 5 years, I've been staying in education knowing I hate it. I know I hate it, but I just keep moving around to different areas of education. For what? It's insanity. I'm tripping, and I'm annoyed at her, and it's me. It's too much for tonight. It's too much introspection for tonight. Okay, I'm gonna just finish this chapter and I'm going to bed. I went to 7 Brew, and this is a 7 Fizz with salted caramel and toasted marshmallow and cold foam. And I swear to y'all, it tastes just like butterbeer from Harry Potter World at Universal. It's October 1st, y'all. It's spooky season. I had to do something for the season. But anywho, I'm about to go to the beach. And I guess I'll go read on the beach. My car says 88 degrees out here. But it's not feeling too hot today. I'm going to go lay out my little sheet and read my book on the beach. for one, exhausted. Just being out in the heat makes me tired, and I'm hungry. I just went to Wawa and I got me like a buffalo chicken Philly. I customized mine, so it's some buffalo sauce, lettuce, sweet peppers, spinach, because you know, if you can add spinach, you might as well add spinach, and cucumbers. Really enjoy that. And it was the $6 meal deal, so I got it with the dill pickle chips. These Hers chips, I've only tried one other flavor, and that was the cheddar sour cream. Disgusting. Tasted like actual foot, like I don't know, gymnastics foot. That's what it tasted like to me. It was gross. So I got these to try. Actually, let's go ahead and try them. Cheers. Okay, these are acceptable. They're not nearly as sour or like pickly as Lay's dill pickle chips, but these will do. I'm about to sit here and I'm gonna eat my food, watch a little TV. I've been watching a lot of YouTube lately. Usually if I find a hobby, then I have to go to YouTube and see who else is doing my hobby. So now that I'm into reading, I've been on BookTube and I'm really enjoying myself, but I do need to branch out. I have a tendency to be obsessive. Maybe that's an addictive personality. I have a tendency to be that way about an interest, whereas like, oh, I like reading now, all I'm gonna do is read. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not watching TV, I'm not drawing, I'm not playing video games, I'm just reading. All the content that I'm watching, reading. TikTok, books. YouTube, books. Physical books. Also, I am having a good time in this book now. It's getting better. And we're just about halfway through. I know it doesn't look like it, but like the entire end of this book is it's book group discussion questions and then an interview with the author. So I know I need to watch Abbott Elementary because it comes back on tonight, and I know I won't be watching the episode tonight, but I need to catch up. I had stopped towards the middle of last season, and then my mom and my sister went ahead and watched the rest without me, so I just never finished it. And I need to finish it because the new season comes out today.
I want you to stay till I'm in the grave, till I rot away, dead and buried, till I'm in the casket you carry. You go, I'm going to, 'cause it was always you. And if I'm turning blue, please don't save me. Nothing left to lose without.
Yeah, girl, 'cause what? Yeah, alright, listen. Okay, I'm just saying, I'm not as deep in it as Nora is. I can relate on some levels, but I'm not as deep in the doo-doo as Nora is. Whoa, sis. Did not expect that. Okay. I'm gonna keep reading, but I'm gonna pray for her too. Jesus.
Birds of a feather, we should stick together. I know I said I'd never think I wasn't better alone. Can't change the weather, might not be forever, but if it's forever.
She is down bad, kinda. Like in a way that I was not expecting. Where it was like she was just bored, and now like she probably should be getting professional help. She's just not in the headspace to be making some of the decisions that she's making. But most of us have foresight, so we can kind of see where this is going. So I think it'll just be interesting to kind of see how she navigates through that and see like how it ends for her, or if it works out. Because yeah, right now she's kind of in the trenches in her own mind. Yeah, I really was not expecting that. I do feel like we could have, gotten to this maybe 10 chapters ago. I don't know why we had to wait until chapter 17 to get into like her thoughts, but that's where we are now.
I know I said I'd never think I wasn't better alone. Can't change the weather, might not be forever, but if it's forever.
She does a lot of immature things. She's behaving in an immature way. all the lying and the secrecy and the tiptoeing behind people's back, and then the way that she reacts to this, like the way that this guilt is weighing on her, to me, reads immature. And I know that is where my annoyance comes in. Because for some reason, I can be a very immature person. I have immature moments. But for some reason, I have like zero tolerance for immaturity in media. I hate to watch a movie where the people are immature. I hate to watch a TV show where the people are immature. And now I'm realizing it's aggravating me in the book, her being immature. Which is the exact same reason why Olive in The Love Hypothesis was aggravating to me too. It's the immaturity level. Like, y'all are too big. Too big. At this big age, y'all still acting like that. Nora, when I was talking about the mundanity of her life, where it felt like the first 17 chapters, we were going through the motions of like her life, and like, we get it. Like, you're bored. We're bored too. And then she made like 2 mistakes in one day. Like, she immediately jumped to like suicide. And that's where I was like, huh? Like, apple cider.
I'm just so concerned that if I shake my face, like,
what it tastes like?
there's gonna be a team
like apple juice and Sprite.
This is gonna be snow.
Ew. I got this one. It's kind of nasty.
Yeah, she looks like AI. Cheers. What's this taste like?
Nastiness. I don't know what that is.
So let's talk about Must Love Books by Shauna Robinson. As was conveyed through the vlog, I was bored and annoyed pretty much the whole time reading this book. But also, I could relate to Nora on almost a cellular level. The reason I even picked this book up is because I could relate to like the idea of dream jobs and like maybe them not being what you thought they would be. But it's actually kind of freaky to like read yourself or see your experiences on the page, because some of the conversations she had in here, I literally had word for word with the people in my life. The pacing of this book felt simultaneously rushed and slow at the same time. It felt like the tension didn't start rising until chapter 15, and then the climax hit at chapter 25 just for the book to be over by chapter 31. I really lived the mundanity and like dead-endness of Nora's job in her life with her for 15 chapters. And they call this book a romance, which I've seen this book be categorized as a romance, and she don't even really talk to Andrew, who is the author that she's trying to get his book published, until like chapter 15. Like, they really don't have a real interaction. And maybe that was on purpose, but for me, it kind of made a very difficult reading experience. I feel like some of the stuff in the beginning could have been edited down to make more room for more of Nora's growth at the end. Like, I feel like a missed opportunity in this was to go into the work that she was putting into herself in order to be better or go for a better life afterwards, and I feel like we just kind of rushed past that part. I just wish we could have seen more of Nora picking up the pieces of her life after the whole climax. Like I said, I've been seeing this book categorized as a romance, and I'm gonna have to disagree. It seemed that Nora had other issues that she, as well as the book, were focusing on more than her relationship with Andrew. So I would not say this is a romance. If you were looking for a romance, this is not a romance, which is not a problem. It's just, that's not what this is. Something I did like about the book, though, was the way that the people around her were responding to her crisis. She got some genuinely good advice from a lot of people, something that I have heard before, but like, you know, sometimes it takes hearing it from another vessel to let it really sink in. Like, let's say I decide to become a librarian. I spend all this time and money getting a master's in library science, and then once I actually work there, I realize I hate it. That's such a waste. Me. To which Eric, who is one of her coworkers, replies, "Who says you have to go all in?" And it's such a small thing, but like, when that's the type of person that you are, when you're constantly like, but what if, just to hear like, okay, you don't have to do all of that at once. Like, girl, pick a struggle. So I did really like that. Basically, the point of this book was that you don't have to put all your chickens in one basket, all your eggs in one basket. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. The point is that there's plenty of different ways to get to an outcome that you like. You don't have to stay stuck in a situation just because you feel like you invested your time in it. And I really appreciated that, because that is something that I do struggle with. So now that that's out of the way, what's next on my TBR? So the first book up for fall is Immortal Dark by Tigges Germa. This book is dark academia. It's got black vampires. It's about Kidan, whose sister goes missing and she thinks vampires took them. So then she goes to the university, to the school here, and she has to like infiltrate the vampire society and kind of like figure out what's going on and save her sister. And I think that sounds really fun, really on time for spooky season, and I am excited to read this. The next book that is on my fall TBR going into October is Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I'm 50-50 on Ali Hazelwood books. I've read 2 of them so far. I read Deepen and I loved it. Then I listened to Love Hypothesis and I didn't love it. I know, sue me. So we'll kind of see how this goes. But Bride is about Misery, who is a vampire, and she's forced to marry Lo, who's a werewolf, and he's like the alpha of his pack, and they've got some like internal issues going on there. But Misery is trying to figure out what happened to her best friend / sister Serena. Misery thinks that Lo, or the werewolves in general, have something to do with Serena being missing. And the next book that is on my fall TBR is Once Upon a Time in Dollywood by Ashley Jordan. This book is about this black woman who goes up to the Tennessee mountains. She's had a rough time going on in her life, and she gets to these mountains. She meets this man who I believe has a kid, and they fall in love, yada yada yada, whoop-de-doo, right up my alley. The whole reason I got this book, let me paint a picture for you. Picture it, Sicily, 1941. I'm walking through Target in the book section, and I look around and I see a black girl on the cover and it said Dollywood, and I'm like, what's she doing at Dollywood? So then I look it up, and the book came out on August 5th. Why is that important? Because me, black girl in the Tennessee mountains at Dollywood for my birthday. When's my birthday? August 5th. The universe wants me to read this book, so I hope it's good. So the last physical book I have for my fall TBR is Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. I read King of Wrath. I liked it enough, but it did get me interested in Anna Huang's writing, and I've seen all over TikTok like about the Twisted series, so I decided to give that a try. And my Walmart had Twisted Hate and Twisted Lies, so I got Twisted Hate because I just felt like this color was more conducive with fall than the green. I really don't know much about this book other than that it follows Josh and Jules, and that all of the books are connected in some way or another. Does it need to be this many pages? Last but not least, it is an audiobook, The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. I have nothing better to do on those long drives to my internship, so I figured I might as well listen to a book. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe is about a lady who moves to a small town to run this cafe, the Pumpkin Spice Cafe, that she inherited, and then she falls in love with like the grumpy farmer guy. Sounds very Hallmark. I love a Hallmark movie, so I am sort of excited to listen to it, except for the fact that I already started listening to it a couple days ago, and I was really annoyed by the female main character, which is what prompted me to push this book to later November. So let's see if I even finish it when I go to read it again. But I am excited. Now that I have sufficiently talked your ear off, I'm gonna let you go. I really appreciate you for watching this video, and leave me a comment down below. Tell me what books you guys are reading, what you're interested in reading for the rest of October, what you think about the books that I read today. You can follow me on Instagram at Tati Amiah or on TikTok at Tati25. They're listed for you right here. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all come back now, you hear?
If I was your